So let's check out some crazy drone footage, all right? Let's go.
There are times when life seems to be on a continuous loop, but there are also other times when it throws people a curveball that surprises them. And there are times when the camera is in the right place at the right time. From a seagull attack to bizarre animal behavior, here are 20 incredible moments caught on camera. Number 20. Seagull Attack. As this drone flew over these abandoned buildings, something unexpected welcomed it. A bunch of seagulls ready to take down what looked like a creature trying to invade their turf. This is one of the reasons why drone operators should really be careful when flying in unknown airspace. You see, while seagulls
people don't care, man, and I don't get why these drones be expensive, some of them, but they don't be caring.
Typically engage in harmless antics, like stealing snacks and pestering tourists enjoying the beach, these birds can sometimes cause serious damage, like for instance, toward drones that are flying near their territory. And it's not just seagulls. Other birds also have a tendency to attack drones. Again,
that bird was mad. You see his face?
Birds can be pretty protective of their turf, and just like land animals, they get pretty protective when they see another creature venturing a little too close for comfort near their homes. A drone may be nothing but a harmless gadget to us, but to them, it's a threat to their nesting sites or hunting grounds. Now there might be another reason why birds like chasing drones to begin with. Just as how your house cat can't resist chasing lasers, birds can sometimes be curious as well. The whirring propellers and strange appearance of a drone might pique their interest, and they decide to investigate it. Perhaps upon seeing the drone and realizing they can easily take it down by strength or numbers, they choose to destroy and attack them. Number 9.
Now, I wonder how do some of these birds react to the drones that look like birds? You know, we have the drones that look like birds flying around, right? I wonder how they react to that. I want somebody to get that on film.
Team. Lion opening car door. Do you like visiting safari parks? Well, if you do, this might teach you a lesson. And if you don't ever plan on visiting one, this clip will be one of the reasons to stick to your decision. Safari parks are all about getting up close and personal with nature, enjoying the majestic animals in their habitat from the safety of your car. I love nature, and I'm a cat person who would love to see lions up close. But I know what these big cats are capable of, and my gut feeling just tells me I should avoid safari parks. Now you're probably thinking, what could possibly go wrong in this video, right? Here comes a young lion, and it looks incredibly curious. Now these big cats are used to seeing cars in the park, but every now and then, their curiosity gets the best of them. And, wait for it, I don't know how, but this young one knows how to open the car door using its mouth. You can see the panic of whoever was holding the camera. Lucky for them, they managed to close.
Panic? I'd have passed out, bro. You mean he just opened the door? No, man, I'd passed out.
The door in record time. Just imagine what could have happened had they failed to close the car door.
Right.
These lions might not look aggressive, but they can surely become aggressive in a blink of an eye. Who knows? The lion was probably trying to investigate what was inside the moving box, but unfortunately, his company wasn't interested. Number 18. Excavator demolishing building from the top. Yep, you're seeing this correctly. You're looking at two excavators tearing down a multi-story building from top to bottom.
Why?
By starting at the top and working their way down, these machines minimize the risk of uncontrolled collapses. The weight and reach of these excavators allow them to methodically break apart the building, ensuring debris falls predictably and doesn't fall in unexpected.
I would think it'd be a more threat to collapse the way they're doing it now, but I guess you got to really know what you're doing. I just don't think that's smart, but what do I know?
Places. This method, while slower than a full-on explosive demo, offers way more control over the entire process. Honestly, the skill of these operators cannot be overstated. Maneuvering heavy machinery on unstable ground requires a level of expertise. One wrong move, and the heavy machinery could easily fall. If you plan on working with these guys, you definitely can't fear heights. This is anxiety-inducing to watch. You're most likely thinking about the same question I had when I first saw this clip. How on earth did they get these two excavators up there? It might be hard to imagine at first, but it's pretty easy. A massive crane just hauled the two pieces of machinery up on the top of the highest floor of the building, and then they started smashing. Number 15. Drone Show. Not too long ago, drones burst onto the scene mainly as nifty little flying cameras. Their primary function? Capturing stunning aerial shots we only achieved in the past using helicopters. But now, we can easily obtain HD aerial footage with a device that can sometimes be controlled using a smartphone. Drones soon transformed into delivery agents, dropping off packages at doorsteps. Firefighting? Yep, drones became scouts, providing invaluable data during wildfires. In fact, some drones can even extinguish fires on their own. However, one of the latest trends in drones is drone shows. Each drone in these shows is programmed down to the tiniest detail. Advanced algorithms and software ensure that every movement, every light change is precise. The drones communicate with a central system, and sometimes with each other to create patterns, images, and even messages in the night sky. What's even more impressive? The scalability. Whether it's a simple heart pattern for Valentine's Day or a full-blown display for a significant event like the Olympics, the sky is literally the limit. So, if you plan on proposing anytime soon, you might want to consider this to let your partner know your message. Number 13. Butterfly.
If you can afford it, fam, imagine how much that would cost. You'd be in so much debt before that wedding even takes place. Nah, no thank you.
Koi. Often hailed as one of the most beautiful species, butterfly koi are renowned for their elongated flowing fins that mirror the graceful wings of a butterfly. Just imagine having one of these creatures in the pond in your backyard. This beautiful creature is definitely a great conversation starter. This particular variant, the white butterfly koi, is a sight to behold. While koi fish in general are adored for their beauty and symbolism, the butterfly koi stands out because of its unique and delicate fins. These fins can grow incredibly long, giving the fish a surreal, dreamy experience. But what's even more captivating is the rarity of a pure white butterfly koi. With their beauty, it's no wonder these creatures can sometimes cost thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity and the significance of their marks. Number 12. The cutest leopard gecko. If you were scared of lizards before, you might not be after seeing this gecko. This is the most charming gecko in the world. Just look at those adorable eyes and equally adorable smile. Fun fact, these geckos have movable eyelids, unlike many of their gecko cousins. So when you see them blink, know they're probably saying a little hello. Native to the arid regions of Afghanistan, Pakistan, and northern India, these nocturnal creatures have evolved to thrive in such challenging environments. That beautifully spotted, vibrant skin isn't just for show. It's a camouflage that helps them blend seamlessly with their surroundings. But in your house, they'd probably be easy to spot. Leopard geckos are exceptional hunters. With their sharp vision, they stalk their prey, mostly insects, and pounce with precision. Now here's a pretty bizarre fact about these guys. You see, leopard geckos shed their skin and, wait for it, consume it. This not only helps in maintaining their nutrient levels, but also ensures there's no trace left behind for predators. That's like
I could have done without knowing that little fun fact.
Eating the dry skin that comes off of your body. That's pretty gross to imagine, huh? I don't know about you, but these geckos make me want to have my own gecko pet. Number 11. A human in a bear costume. Hailing from the tropical rainforests of Southeast Asia, the sun bear, also known as the honey bear, is the smallest member of the bear family. They have a distinct appearance, with short, sleek black fur and a crescent-shaped patch on their chest, which can vary in color from white to light gold. This patch is often compared to a rising or setting sun, which is where their common name sun bear comes from.
That's the bear that went viral, right? For standing on his legs and people thought it was an actual person in a bear suit. That's that bear.
And much like our own fingerprints, each sun bear's mark is unique. Now, have you noticed how these guys walk? Their somewhat upright posture, combined with their lanky build, gives them an oddly humanoid appearance. It's as if someone tried to make a bear costume and wore it. I don't know about you, but these creatures really look like they're humans wearing a bear costume.
Yep.
Just look at those faces. It's like they were born to be confused all the time. With their short muzzle, large eyes, and versatile expressions, it's hard not to anthropomorphize them. It's like they're always on the verge of asking, "Did I leave the oven on?" But beyond their cute and somewhat comical looks, sun bears are incredibly adept climbers and have an insatiable sweet tooth. That long tongue isn't just for show. It's a specialized tool for extracting honey from beehives, giving them their other nickname, honey bear. What's more, these bears, with their playful nature, often indulge in bouts of fun reminiscent of children at play. They tumble, wrestle, and even seem to engage in their own version of tag. Now, these bears might wreak havoc inside my home, but if there's a guarantee that they won't hurt me, I'd love one inside my house.
Nope.
Number 10.
Nope.
Squaring the circle. This sculpture made me incredibly confused when I first saw it, and it took me a while before I could wrap my head around how it works. So if you figure it out after seeing this video for the first time, let me know about it in the comments section. At first glance, we see a straightforward square sculpture, clean lines, distinct edges, and nothing too out of the ordinary. As the camera moves to the other side, you'll see it morph into a perfect circle. Now, if you figured out how this works, pause the video and comment your theory. If you want to know the answer, then just keep watching. The genius behind this illusion lies in the sculpture's clever geometry and design. As we rotate around the sculpture, we can observe a gradual and seamless transformation. The structure isn't a perfect square or a perfect circle throughout. Instead, it has a combination of strategic curvatures and edges, blending the two shapes. The magic happens when you view it from specific fixed points, where the illusion of a pure square or circle becomes dominant. Number 9. Red sand. Nestled in the Persian Gulf, Hormuz Island isn't your typical destination. Its varied landscapes and vibrant color make it a geological wonder. Yet, the star of the show is undoubtedly the red beach. The sand of this ocean has a stunning red hue, making the island look like something out of a dream.
Like a blood beach now. No.
What gives this beach its iconic red hue? The sands here are rich in iron oxide, a mineral that lends the grains their fiery red shade. Over time, these iron-rich sands have washed into the waters, dyeing the shoreline with a ruby-like tint. But the red beach's allure goes beyond aesthetics. The beach also shapes local culture and architecture, with colorful rocks and clay structures reflecting.
This person just out there all barefoot and everything, like with no worries.
The island's distinct geology. Tourists and photographers are captivated by the contrast of fiery sand, turquoise waters, and blue sky. This visual spectacle has turned the red beach into a popular spot for capturing stunning photographs and creating lasting memories. Its vibrant colors, shaped by nature, showcase the intricate beauty of the world's landscapes. Number 8. Starfish walking across glass. Nope, you're not looking at an alien-like creature. You're looking at the underside of a starfish. So they're not so cute when you look at them with their tube feet visible, huh? So you see, these creatures have hundreds of tiny tube feet called podia. Each tube foot is filled with seawater, in this case just artificial salt water, and functions using a hydraulic system. They contract and extend to let the creature glide across surfaces. The central disc, right there in the middle, acts as a hub from where all these feet operate. It can be pretty trippy to watch these creatures from below, and I don't know about you, but I have this urge to scratch away those tiny tubes. So I guess starfish aren't so cute now, huh? Their feet might look bizarre, but these tubes do more than let these creatures move around. Notice how each foot delicately adheres to the glass. That stickiness isn't just for moving. Starfish can also use these feet to open mollusk shells or detect chemical changes in the water. If you see a starfish on the beach, it's probably better for you to toss the guy into the water or just simply observe. Trust me, those tubes won't hesitate to clamp onto you. Number 7. Water buffaloes. At first glance, you would think that these creatures aren't capable of swimming, but you see, there's a reason why these creatures are called water buffaloes in the first place. Water buffaloes are large bovids originating from the Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia, and China. These majestic creatures have been domesticated for over 5,000 years, and they played an integral role in human civilization. Known for their strength and endurance, water buffaloes are often termed the tractors of the East. They have been instrumental in paddy cultivation, where their ability to move through wet and muddy terrain comes in super handy. Plus, their milk is richer than dairy cows, making them a vital source for dairy products in many regions. Again, there's a reason why these guys were called water buffaloes. Would you believe it if I told you that these colossal mammals are adept swimmers and have an affinity for being underwater?
No.
Yep, you heard that right. Not many people know that water buffaloes can stay submerged underwater, often just peeking their nostrils out to breathe. These guys adore water. In regions prone to flooding, the water buffalo's swimming prowess can be a lifeline, allowing them to navigate floodplains and reach safer grounds. Just take a look at these guys charging through deep water. Their numbers make them capable of braving the currents and cross, but not all creatures with similar numbers can accomplish the same feat. Number 6. The Orchid Bee. This creature might look like something out of a sci-fi movie, but trust me, this isn't some sort of spy robotic insect, although it looks like one so much. These green insects are actually bees, orchid bees to be exact. Orchid bees, belonging to the family Euglossinae, are a shimmering spectacle. Native to the Americas, mainly from Central to South America, their dazzling metallic hues of green, blue, gold, and even copper make
them look mechanical. Like they could be little itty-bitty bee drones or something like that, don't they? You gotta watch it nowadays, because once I seen that they were making drones out of birds, drones. Any insect is susceptible to be a drone to me nowadays. Now, you know what I mean? Ever since I saw that, I'm thinking every animal, insect, anything could be a drone.
Them look less like insects and more like flying jewels. Male orchid bees go on a relentless quest to gather unique scents, which they store and mix in their hind leg pouches. All of their efforts are to woo their female counterparts with the fragrances they collect. Now, why exactly do these creatures have the word orchid in their names? You see, male bees of this species and orchids have a fascinating relationship. Some orchids have evolved to produce scents that specifically attract male orchid bees. When the bee visits the flower to collect the fragrance, the orchid sticks a packet of pollen onto the bee, ensuring its pollination. So it's a win-win for both of them. Number 5. Manatee passing by. Manatees, often referred to as sea cows, are large, fully aquatic marine mammals. They belong to an order called Sirenia, which also includes the dugong. These peaceful creatures prefer slow rivers, estuaries, saltwater bays, canals, and coastal areas. But if you come across them while riding a kayak or a small boat, you'll quickly realize just how big these creatures can get. With their rounded bodies, paddle-like flippers, and flat tails, manatees might not be among the top list of beautiful or adorable creatures in the wild, but they're pretty chill creatures, so they don't deserve any hate. Primarily herbivores, these guys spend the majority of their time eating, resting, and traveling. They have a diet full of water, grasses, weeds, and algae. But there's something interesting about these guys. Throughout history, there have been tales of sailors catching glimpses of mermaids, those enchanting half-women, half-fish creatures while on their voyages. But what if I told you that these so-called mermaid sightings might have just been manatees? That's right. With their large bodies, hand-like flippers, and the way mother manatees cradle their young close to their chests, it's not entirely far-fetched to imagine how a tired or, let's be honest, a slightly inebriated sailor might have mistaken these animals for the mythical mermaids. Number 4. Frogs hitching rides. No matter what your opinions are about frogs, I love these creatures. They might not be the most pleasing creatures to look at, and it's easy to get the ick upon looking at their appearance, but they can have a cute side sometimes. And if you observe them in the wild, well, it might just make you adore these guys. They can make goofy faces, and their head-empty moments are clips worth laughing at. Just take a look at these creatures. They're one of the few who are brave enough to ride snakes on their backs, just to hitch a ride and get to where they need to be faster. In some cases,
brave and smart. You are always taught, work smarter, not harder, right? What is he doing? Working smarter. That's all I'm saying.
Floods or heavy rains can force frogs and snakes to move, seeking higher ground. In the chaos of rising waters, a frog might find itself atop a snake, both focused more on escaping the flood than any predator-prey dynamic. Or perhaps they're trying to escape a common predator like the fearsome birds of prey. And sometimes, frogs hitch a ride on top of their predators, maybe because they just feel like it. Why waste those precious leg muscles when you can get a free ride? It's quicker, and they don't need to be scared of being approached by other predators because, well, they're literally on top of one of the most ferocious. Number 3. Camel's bizarre courtship. Humans usually like to impress the person they want to establish a relationship with. You might try to cook for them, take them out, or just flaunt that Rolex watch just to let them know that you'll be a good partner and companion in life. The animal kingdom does the same to male and female counterparts, but perhaps the weirdest of the courting rituals in the animal kingdom is the way camels try to attract a mate. The first thing these creatures will do is make a deep, throaty bellow that can be heard from a safe distance. It's meant to be a bizarre sound to attract mates. While singing their heart out, male camels also have a peculiar way of flaunting their soft palate. Yes, you heard it right. They inflate a pink balloon-like organ from the back of their mouth, which dangles outside. Called the dula, this inflated organ is a clear visual signal to female camels that the male is in the mood for love.
Hey, they say women will make you do some crazy things, bro. I think right here I've seen it all now.
And while it might be attractive for other camels, it's not really pleasant to look at for us humans.
It's not.
Number 2. Tiger and duck playing hide and seek. Big cats, even in the wild, are still cats. Just take a look at this clip. You'll probably forget that the tiger is a ferocious beast and an apex predator in the wild. Here, you can see a duck swimming in the tiger's enclosure.
Man, they ain't playing hide and seek. That duck, since that tiger coming, got low. Got low quick.
I don't even know how this poor bird ended up near the tiger, but I guess it remains oblivious.
Tiger like, where'd he go? That duck like, I'm out of here. You ain't gonna get me.
To the fact that a massive predator is nearby for a reason. It's great at playing hide and seek. This tiger quickly spotted the bird and was slowly approaching it. The duck had its back turned away from the tiger, and the creature could have easily pounced on it. But in a split second, it dove underwater. The reaction of the big cat is what makes this clip priceless. Just look at his confused face after watching the duck disappear underwater.
Hey, where'd he
Well,
go?
this duck seems capable of fleeing the moment it senses any danger. Ultimately, this guy's just playing with the tiger. And now it's time for today's topic. A man in China decided to explore the wilderness using a drone. After all, a bird's eye view is best at capturing everything a place has to offer. Needless to say, the drone's camera caught something incredible. What you're looking at right now are coffins. Dozens, even hundreds of them. Now, in some cultures, caves are used to inter the dead. Curiously, almost 500 are in this cave, and they were left to just rot and crumble. Who knows which people are interred in this place? Number 1. Sandballs, anyone? Crabs are pretty popular on the beach. People like to look at them hide and burrow themselves in the sand. However, one particular crab is special. If you've ever strolled along the beach during low tide, you might have come across curious patterns of tiny sand balls surrounding a hole, like tiny snowballs but made of sand. When foraging, these crabs sift through the sand, looking for yummy bits of organic matter, dead plants, microbes, or even tiny animals. As they sift, they ingest the edible bits and pack the unwanted sand grains into these neat little balls, which are then discarded. The balls they make also mark their territories, so they have a lot of purpose for these guys. But you gotta admire them for wanting to keep their territories clean.